5 ways to transition from chaos to control by improving your time management skills. Having a lack of control over your time causes chaos. Disorganization propels you into a whirlwind of stress as deadlines draw nearer, tasks pile up, and your priorities become skewed. Every day feels like a never ending to do list that just keeps getting longer. When you finally manage to get started on anything, distractions hijack your focus, killing your productivity and making your efforts null and void. You end up feeling exhausted, frustrated, and overwhelmed. The most devastating consequence of bad time management is failing to achieve your goals and remaining in the same position year after year. This all sounds very depressing, doesn't it? But I've got some good news. You can take control of the chaos in your life by improving your time management skills. Here's how. 1. Develop your self-awareness. Self-awareness is essential when it comes to time management because if you don't know what you're doing wrong, you won't be able to fix it. I've coached many people who struggle with time management but can't see where they are at fault. Self-awareness gives you deeper insight into your strengths, weaknesses, and productivity patterns. By understanding your unique tendencies, you can tailor the right strategies to boost your productivity. Increased self-awareness helps you identify distractions and time-wasting behaviors. Here are some tips on how to improve your self-awareness. Daily reflections. Sit with yourself in silence for 5 minutes every morning. Look within and reflect on your emotions, thoughts, and actions. Think about how they align with the life you want for yourself. Ask for feedback. Your friends, family members, and co-workers spend a lot of time with you. Ask them to give you their honest opinion about your behaviors and tendencies. Keep a journal. Document your experiences, successes, and challenges. Write about how your emotional state during these times and the coping mechanisms you use to deal with any negative experiences. Every few months, review your journal to determine behavioral patterns, areas of growth, and areas that require improvement. Embrace vulnerability. Be open to acknowledging your vulnerabilities and limitations. Embracing your vulnerabilities gives you a deeper understanding of yourself. 2. Wake up earlier. Waking up early is one of the single most effective things you can do to manage your time better. An early riser has time to complete their morning routine and take a nice, relaxing shower before starting their day. There's no rushing around because you know you have more than enough time to do what you need to do. People increase their stress levels when they wake up late. It causes you to panic from the moment you open your eyes right until you just about make it to your destination. For most of us, that's the office. And once you arrive, you start stressing about your workload. When you're stressed, you can't focus, and so your tasks take longer than they are supposed to. Can you see the cycle of chaos that takes place as a result of waking up late? The easiest way to wake up early is to go to bed early and get some good rest. Make sure everything you need for the next day is organized the night before so that you don't waste time in the morning. 3. Time block your days. Time blocking is an effective time management strategy that makes it easier for you to complete your daily tasks. Parkinson's law states that when you know you have all day to complete a task, you will take all day to complete that task. But when you only have a few hours in the day to complete a task, you'll get it done within that time. Look up Parkinson's law. The study took place in 1955, and it is still true today. Think about what happens when you have a 2-week deadline. Most people procrastinate for 2 weeks and somehow manage to get the work done overnight. It is truly amazing what we can achieve when we know we have a limited amount of time. To practice time blocking, prioritize your tasks in order of importance. Let's say you have 6 tasks on your to-do list. Block out a few hours in the morning to complete the most difficult tasks, a few hours in the early afternoon for the tasks of medium difficulty, and a few hours in the late afternoon for the easiest tasks. The most effective way to time block is to set alarms. Set one main alarm for the end of your morning and afternoon sessions, and then set an alarm to ensure you take breaks throughout the day. 4. Manage your stress levels. One of the negative effects of stress is that it slows you down. When you're stressed, you waste a lot of time thinking about the situation you're dealing with instead of focusing on the work that will help achieve your goals. This was a major problem for me. My life was such a mess that I couldn't focus. I was always worried about bills, rent, and relationship drama. However, once I learned how to manage stress, I was able to get a lot more done. Here are some tips on how to manage stress more effectively. What is causing you stress? One of the biggest stressors in my life was people. I was in a dysfunctional relationship. Most of my friends were in dysfunctional relationships, and so I spent a lot of my time on the phone dealing with drama. I eventually got rid of these people, and it eliminated a lot of my stress. Once you've determined what is stressing you out, eliminate the things you have control over. Let go. As mentioned, there are some things you can control and others you can't. Don't waste your time or energy worrying about the things you have no control over. Let them go and allow the universe to resolve them. Deep breathing. Deep breathing exercises are a great way to alleviate stress because they relax the central nervous system. One of my favorite breathing exercises for stress relief is the 4-7-8 breathing method. I provide steps in a previous video. I'll link it in the description box below. Say no. If you are the people-pleasing type, you'll say yes to everything because you don't want to offend anyone. Then you'll waste time worrying about all the things you need to get done. If what the person is asking of you is going to overwhelm you, say no. 5. Improve your skills. One of the ways we waste time is by spending too much time on tasks. I used to type extremely slowly. Imagine a half-blind granny on a typewriter, and you'll have some insight into how slow I was. If my typing speed stayed the same, it would probably have taken me a lot longer to write my first book. When I realized how long it took me to write 500 words, I knew I had to increase my typing speed. I took an online typing course and learned how to type 60 words per minute. It was a total game changer for me. Are there any skills you need to improve that will help boost your productivity? Bad time management is another destiny killer. If you don't know how to organize your time wisely, you will waste it on things that will separate you from your goals instead of draw you closer to achieving them. I don't have any regrets in life because I believe that everything happens for a reason. I would not be the person I am today had I not taken the route I took to get here. I do believe everyone watching this video and all my other videos can avoid the mistakes I made by following my advice. Do any of you remember what life was like before the GPS was invented? We had paper maps, and if you couldn't read them, you got lost and had to ask someone who was familiar with the area to give you directions. Not only that, but a GPS always gives you the shortest route. My dad struggled to read maps, and anytime we went to an unfamiliar area, he got lost. and would go to a gas station or ask someone standing at a bus stop for directions. Most of the time, we were minutes away from the location, but it took someone who was familiar with the area to get us there. Taking advice from people who, once upon a time, did not know which direction to take in life but found their way is like having your own personal GPS to ensure that you don't get lost on your journey. We will give you the shortcuts so that you can avoid taking the long way round. I wish you every success on your journey to improving your time management skills. If this video has helped you in any way, smash the like button and share it with friends and family. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Subscribe and turn on your post notifications so you are alerted every time I post a new video.